Have you ever wondered why some people seem to move through life with a quiet kind of luck? They meet the right people at the right time. Opportunities seem to find them. Even when life becomes difficult, somehow, they remain steady. And then there are others who spend years trying to change everything around them. They change their jobs. They move to new places. They leave old relationships behind. They search for better opportunities, better circumstances, even better fortune. And yet, somehow, the same problems keep returning. The same conflicts. The same disappointments. The same feeling that life is always working against them. Perhaps the problem is not the world around them. Perhaps it begins somewhere much closer, within. The ancient Taoist philosopher Lao Tzu understood something that is easy to forget in modern life. The greatest fortune is not something you find outside yourself. It is something you cultivate within. We often imagine fortune as something external. Money, success, status, connections. A lucky opportunity arriving at exactly the right moment. We look toward the world and ask, when will my luck change? When will life finally open a door for me? When will the right person appear? But Taoism asks a different question. Instead of asking when fortune will arrive, ask, what kind of person am I becoming? Because the quality of your life is influenced not only by what happens to you, but by the state of mind you bring into everything that happens. A restless mind creates restless decisions. An angry heart turns ordinary words into personal attacks. A jealous mind sees another person's success as a threat. And a desperate person can mistake a dangerous opportunity for a blessing simply because they are afraid of missing it. This is why Lao Tzu's wisdom begins not with controlling the world, but with returning to oneself. Your inner state becomes the soil in which your life grows. If the soil is poisoned, even good seeds struggle. But when the soil becomes clear, patient, and fertile, something begins to change. Not necessarily overnight, not dramatically, but quietly. Your words become softer. Your reactions become slower. Your judgment becomes clearer. You stop fighting every battle. You begin to recognize which opportunities deserve your energy and which ones should be allowed to pass. And slowly, what people call luck begins to look less like luck. It begins to look like the natural consequence of how you have been living. Think about a person who constantly speaks with bitterness. Perhaps they are intelligent. Perhaps they are talented. Perhaps they even have good intentions. But their words push people away. Eventually, the people who could have helped them no longer want to be near them. Was it simply bad luck? Or did something inside them quietly shape the world around them? The same is true of someone who acts impulsively. An opportunity appears, but they rush. A difficult conversation begins, but they react before understanding. A moment of anger arrives, and they say something that cannot be taken back. The opportunity disappears. The relationship is damaged. The door closes. And they wonder why life seems so unfair. Taoism invites us to look deeper. The problem is not always the door. Sometimes it is the condition of the person trying to walk through it. This is why the ancient Taoist tradition places so much importance on cultivation. A great tree does not become great in one night. Deep water does not gather in a single day. A strong character is not created by a few impressive acts. And a fortunate life is not built by endlessly chasing fortunate circumstances. It is cultivated through thousands of small choices. A thought you choose not to follow. A harsh word you decide not to speak. A moment of anger in which you pause instead of reacting. A temptation you refuse because you know it would cost you your integrity. A victory in which you choose humility instead of arrogance. These moments may seem insignificant, but they accumulate. Thought becomes habit. Habit becomes character. Character influences action. And action gradually shapes the direction of a life. This is what we might call qi, the inner current of life. When the mind is clear, the qi becomes clear. When the mind is disturbed, the qi becomes disturbed. And when your inner state is chaotic, even good circumstances can become difficult to handle. You may stand in the middle of an opportunity and see only pressure. You may meet a good person and suspect their intentions. You may receive success and immediately become afraid of losing it. The world has not necessarily become darker. Your inner atmosphere has changed the way you see it. This is why Taoist wisdom does not begin by telling us to conquer the world. It tells us to become less divided within ourselves, to become quieter, to become more aware, to stop forcing what is not ready, and to stop confusing movement with progress. The person who constantly chases fortune may never notice that fortune is already being shaped by their daily life. The way they speak, the way they treat people, the way they respond to disappointment, the way they handle power, the way they behave when nobody is watching. These things slowly create an invisible atmosphere around a person. Some people carry tension wherever they go. Others carry peace. Some people make every room feel like a competition. Others make people feel safe enough to breathe. Some people need to prove their worth. Others have become so grounded that they no longer need everyone to recognize them. This is what it means to cultivate good qi. It is not magic. It is not superstition. It is the harmony between your inner state, your character, and the way you move through the world. A person with good qi does not necessarily have money. They may not have fame. They may not even have great power. But people trust them. People feel comfortable around them. Their words carry weight because their actions have given those words a foundation. They do not need to dominate a room. They do not need to make others feel small in order to feel important. Their strength is quiet. And because it is quiet, it lasts. This is one of the great paradoxes of Taoist philosophy. What appears soft can be incredibly powerful. Water does not fight the rock. Yet over time, the rock gives way. The wind carries no sword. Yet over years, it can shape mountains. Grass does not defeat a storm by becoming harder than the storm. It survives by remaining flexible. And perhaps this is the kind of strength we have forgotten. We are often taught that success requires force. Push harder. Move faster. Compete more aggressively. Make yourself visible. Never back down. Never let anyone get ahead of you. But Lao Tzu looked at the natural world and saw something different. What is too rigid eventually breaks. What is pushed too far eventually spills over. What is rushed often goes wrong. And what constantly fights against the natural movement of things eventually exhausts itself. To live according to the Tao does not mean becoming passive. It does not mean abandoning ambition or allowing life to carry you wherever it wishes. It means learning to recognize the current before you decide how to move. Sometimes the wisest action is to advance. Sometimes it is to wait. Sometimes you need to speak. Sometimes silence protects something precious. Sometimes you need to hold your ground. And sometimes stepping back is the only way to preserve your strength. The challenge is learning the difference. That requires stillness. Because when the mind is constantly rushing, everything looks urgent. Every delay feels like failure. Every obstacle feels like rejection. Every person who disagrees with you feels like an enemy. And every opportunity must be seized immediately. But not everything that arrives must be taken. Not every door needs to be opened. Not every argument needs to be won. Not every insult deserves an answer. And not every delay means that fortune has abandoned you. Sometimes life is simply asking you to become ready. A seed has its season. A river has its bends. A cloud has its own path across the sky. And your life has its own timing as well. The Tao does not rush because the Tao does not need to prove anything. Perhaps we can learn to live the same way. Instead of constantly asking, how can I force my life to change? We can begin asking, what can I change within myself? Can I become a little calmer today? Can I speak with a little more kindness? Can I release one unnecessary resentment? Can I stop chasing one thing that was never truly mine? Can I learn to wait without becoming bitter? Can I succeed without becoming arrogant? Can I lose something without losing myself? These questions seem small, but the Tao teaches us that great transformation often begins with what appears insignificant. One breath, one thought, one word, one choice, one moment in which you decide not to react, and then another, and another, until slowly, your inner current begins to change. Your chi becomes clearer, your mind becomes quieter, your actions become more deliberate, and the path ahead begins to look different. Not because the universe suddenly became kinder, but because you became different enough to see what was already there. Perhaps this is the deeper meaning of fortune. It is not simply getting everything you want. It is becoming the kind of person who can receive what comes without being destroyed by it. Because sometimes what looks like a blessing can become a burden in the hands of an unprepared person. Money can magnify greed. Success can magnify ego. Power can reveal cruelty. Attention can make insecurity louder. And opportunity can become dangerous when the person receiving it lacks the inner stability to carry it. So perhaps the greatest question is not, how can I get more fortune? Perhaps it is, how can I become spacious enough to hold the fortune that life gives me? That is where the journey begins. Not outside. Not with luck. Not with changing everything around you, but with the quiet work of returning to yourself. Because when the heart becomes steady, the chi becomes clear. When the chi becomes clear, action becomes wiser. And when action becomes wiser, the path of life begins to open in ways that cannot be forced. You no longer need to chase fortune at every turn. You begin to cultivate the conditions in which fortune can naturally find you. And perhaps, in the end, that is the Taoist secret. The best fortune is not something you pursue. It is something you slowly become.